Life is a journey filled with ups and downs, challenges and triumphs. It's a constant battle between our inner strength and weaknesses. While we all aspire to live a life of purpose and resilience, there are habits that often hold us back from reaching our full potential. In this transformative journey, we will explore 8 habits that make you weak and learn how to overcome them using the principles of Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy founded by Zeno of Citium in the early 3rd century BC. Stoicism offers timeless wisdom that can help us navigate the complexities of modern life. It teaches us to focus on what we can control, cultivate virtues like wisdom, courage, and self-discipline, and accept life's inevitable challenges with grace and resilience. As we delve into these 8 habits, remember that self-awareness is the first step towards transformation. By recognizing and acknowledging these habits within ourselves, we can begin the journey of replacing them with Stoic principles that will empower us to lead a life of strength, purpose, and inner peace. Habit number 1: procrastination. Epictetus said, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best." Procrastination, the act of postponing tasks and responsibilities, is a habit that plagues many of us. It weakens our resolve, hinders our progress, and ultimately robs us of precious time that could be invested in personal growth and meaningful endeavors. The Stoic remedy for procrastination lies in the concept of carpe diem, or seizing the day. Stoicism focuses on the present moment and making the most of it. Procrastination, on the other hand, is rooted in anxiety about the future or discomfort with the task at hand. To overcome this habit, we must adopt a Stoic mindset and remind ourselves that the only time we truly have control over is the present. Epictetus advised us to focus on what is within our control and let go of what is not. Procrastination often arises from fixating on potential outcomes or the difficulties of a task. By adopting the Stoic principle of focusing on the process rather than the outcome, we can break free from the chains of procrastination. Start by setting small, manageable goals and consistently work towards them. Embrace the discomfort and uncertainty of the present moment, for it is in these moments of challenge that we grow and develop the strength to face larger tasks. Remember that time is a finite resource, and each day you delay is a day lost forever. Habit number 2: negative self-talk. Marcus Aurelius said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." The way we speak to ourselves has a profound impact on our self-esteem, confidence, and overall well-being. Negative self-talk is a habit that weakens us by eroding our self-belief and preventing us from realizing our true potential. Stoicism teaches us to take control of our thoughts and replace negativity with rationality and self-compassion. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most renowned Stoic philosophers and Roman emperors, emphasized the importance of monitoring our inner dialogue. He believed that our perception of the world is shaped by our thoughts, and therefore we must strive to maintain a positive and rational mindset to combat negative self-talk. Begin by observing your thoughts without judgment. Notice when self-criticism or self-doubt creeps in and challenge these thoughts with rationality. Ask yourself whether these thoughts are based on evidence or merely products of fear and insecurity. Stoicism encourages us to practice self-compassion, treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend facing a similar situation. Instead of berating yourself for mistakes or perceived shortcomings, focus on what you can learn from them and how you can improve. As you replace negative self-talk with Stoic principles of rationality and self-compassion, you'll discover an inner strength and resilience that will empower you to face life's challenges with confidence and grace. Habit number 3: Avoiding challenges. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve yourself, be willing to let others think you are foolish and ignorant." Avoiding challenges and staying in your comfort zone is a habit that weakens your development and potential. It prevents you from developing patience, courage, and adaptability to new situations. Stoic philosophy teaches us to face discomfort and difficulties as opportunities for self-improvement. Epictetus believed that personal growth and self-mastery often come from facing challenges and pushing our boundaries. Facing and overcoming challenges is considered important for personal development and self-improvement. Stoics believe that by voluntarily facing difficult situations, we develop patience, enhance our morality, and gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. In modern society, people often seek comfort and avoid any form of discomfort. We tend to choose the easiest path for convenience and immediate gratification. While this may provide temporary relief, it can hinder long-term development and prevent us from reaching our full potential. By avoiding challenges, we miss valuable opportunities to grow and explore ourselves. Stoic philosophy teaches us that true strength lies in the ability to face difficulties directly and with patience. It is through these challenges that we learn important lessons, develop patience, and enhance virtues such as courage, perseverance, and resilience. When we constantly seek comfort and avoid challenges, we limit our personal and intellectual growth. We become stagnant and fail to fully realize our potential. Stoics encourage us to step out of our comfort zone and engage in activities that push us beyond our limits. By doing so, we not only expand our capabilities, but also develop greater confidence and personal satisfaction. Furthermore, avoiding challenges can lead to a fear of failure. When we consistently choose the safe path and avoid risks, we miss opportunities to learn from mistakes and become stronger. Stoic philosophy teaches us to view failure as a natural part of life and see it as a valuable learning experience. By facing failure with a Stoic mindset, we can draw wisdom from our failures and use it to propel ourselves forward. It is important to note that seeking discomfort does not mean intentionally seeking unnecessary suffering. Stoic philosophy does not recommend causing ourselves unnecessary pain. Instead, it encourages us to face challenges with a calm and rational mind. It's about changing our perspective and understanding that discomfort is a necessary part of life that can lead to growth and self-improvement. By actively seeking challenges and discomfort, we develop personal control. We learn to rely on our ethics and inner strength rather than external circumstances. Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control, which is our thoughts, actions, and reactions to the challenges we face. We become less dependent on external factors for our happiness and prosperity. Applying Stoic principles to our lives can have a profound impact. It allows us to approach life with a sense of purpose and patience. We become better equipped to deal with difficulties, failures, and unexpected events. Instead of being overwhelmed by challenges, we learn to embrace them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement, to maintain a Stoic mindset and see it through. It is important to approach this topic with an open mind and be ready to challenge our current beliefs and habits. By recognizing the tendency to avoid discomfort and embracing Stoic principles of facing challenges directly, we can develop a strong, flexible mindset focused on personal development. So embrace discomfort and challenges and start the journey of self-discovery and self-improvement. Habit number 4, indulging in excessive materialism. Excessive attachment to materialism is habit number 4 on the list in Stoic philosophy. It emphasizes the importance of prioritizing virtues and inner values over material possessions. When materialism consumes us excessively, we risk losing sight of what truly matters and never feeling fully satisfied. In today's world, where materialism is pervasive, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of financial success. We often believe that having an abundance of possessions will bring us happiness and fulfillment. However, Stoic philosophy reminds us that external things are ultimately impermanent. They can be lost, stolen, or destroyed. When we rely on them for happiness, we put ourselves in a vulnerable position of constant disappointment and discontent. When we equate material possessions with happiness and self-worth, we create an insatiable desire for more. We may become obsessed with accumulating wealth, constantly seeking the next big opportunity or the latest technological gadget. This endless desire can lead to perpetual dissatisfaction, as there's always something new to crave or someone better off than us. The renowned Stoic philosopher Seneca emphasized the importance of distinguishing between needs and wants. Overindulgence in material possessions stems from the false belief that possessions will bring lasting happiness and the constant craving for more. Stoic philosophy challenges us to reassess our desires and prioritize those that align with our well-being and values. To break the habit of excessive materialism, start by learning to be content with what you already have. Recognize that the pursuit of material goods often leads to a vicious cycle of desire and unhappiness. Instead, focus on cultivating virtues such as compassion, courage, and wisdom. These are the true sources of fulfillment. Stoic philosophy encourages us to place greater value on developing our inner virtues rather than acquiring material possessions. Qualities such as justice, courage, wisdom, and temperance are within our control and can lead to lasting satisfaction. By valuing these virtues and striving to cultivate them, we can find a deep sense of purpose and contentment in life. Moreover, excessive materialism can lead to anxiety and insecurity. We may constantly fear losing what we have or compare ourselves to others who appear to have more. This attachment prevents us from living with peace and tranquility, creating a vicious cycle of envy and fear. Stoic philosophy teaches us to practice detachment to break free from this habit. This doesn't mean we should renounce all material possessions. Instead, we should develop a healthy relationship with them, recognizing that possessions are tools that can enhance our lives and the lives of others, rather than a source of happiness or validation. One way to cultivate detachment is through the practice of gratitude, focusing on what truly matters and appreciating what we already have. By doing so, we can foster contentment and reduce our dependence on material possessions. Additionally, by embracing minimalism and simplifying our lives, we can break free from the grip of consumerism and let go of unnecessary distractions. By aligning our actions with Stoic principles, we can focus on cultivating virtues, building meaningful relationships with others, and contributing positively to society. This shift in mindset allows us to live a Stoic life and experience genuine fulfillment. In summary, excessive attachment to materialism hinders our ability to practice Stoic philosophy. It distracts us from inner virtues and the pursuit of lasting contentment. By recognizing the impermanence of external possessions and practicing detachment, we can break free from the cycle of desire and find fulfillment in the cultivation of virtues and a Stoic way of life. Habit number 5, seeking external validation. Seeking external validation is a habit that can undermine your practice of Stoic philosophy. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of prioritizing one's own virtues and character development over seeking approval from others. Over-reliance on external validation can weaken your self-reliance and make you dependent on the opinions of others. In today's society, with the increasing prominence of social media platforms, seeking validation from others has become commonplace. We often tie our sense of self-worth and happiness to the number of likes, comments, and followers we receive. Dependence on the approval and opinions of others can create a fragile sense of self-esteem, leading to a constant need for validation. However, Stoic philosophy reminds us that true contentment and happiness come from within. Stoic philosophers emphasize the importance of cultivating virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. These virtues are independent of the validation or opinions of others. Rather, they are qualities we can cultivate and strengthen within ourselves, independent of our external circumstances. When we constantly seek validation from others, we relinquish our power. We become susceptible to changing opinions and start to base our self-worth on their approval. This can lead to an endless pursuit of external validation, making it difficult to find inner peace and fulfillment. To illustrate this concept, consider an example. Imagine you've worked hard and are proud of a blog post you've written. Instead of recognizing the value of your effort and the satisfaction it brings, you immediately seek validation by counting the number of views, likes, and comments. If the response is not what you hoped for, you feel disappointed and start to question the worth of your work. Relying on external validation undermines your self-worth and diminishes the inherent value of your endeavors. So how can we break free from this pattern and strengthen our practice of Stoic philosophy? First, it's essential to recognize that seeking external validation is fleeting and often beyond our control. People's opinions can change, making it a never-ending pursuit to win their approval. Instead, focus on cultivating inner virtues and aligning your actions with Stoic principles. Develop self-awareness and self-acceptance. Notice your thoughts and emotions when seeking validation. Ask yourself why you need approval from others and whether it truly aligns with your values and goals. Remember that your actions and character define your worth, not the opinions of others. Build confidence in your ability to judge and make decisions for yourself. Work towards internal validation by evaluating your actions against Stoic principles. Focus on your own growth and development rather than comparing yourself to others. Recognize that your happiness and contentment come from within, not from external sources. Surround yourself with supportive individuals who value and encourage your growth, rather than those who consistently criticize or make you feel insecure. Seek feedback from trusted individuals who genuinely care about you, but remember that your work should not be defined by their opinions. In summary, the habit of constantly seeking validation from others undermines the practice of Stoic philosophy, as it fails to recognize the futility of relying on external judgments to define oneself. By developing self-awareness, building a supportive community, and focusing on cultivating inner virtues and achieving internal validation, you can enhance your practice of Stoic philosophy and live a more fulfilling life. Habit number 6. Inability to manage negative emotions. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of reason and the need to control our emotions. However, when we succumb to negative emotions such as anger, anxiety, or jealousy, we struggle to remain composed and act with virtue. Let's delve deeper into this topic and explore how succumbing to negative emotions affects both our Stoic practice and overall well-being. Negative emotions cloud our judgment and impair our ability to reason. When anger takes over, we often react impulsively, saying or doing things we later regret. Jealousy can lead to feelings of resentment and bitterness, damaging our relationships and paralyzing us from taking necessary risks or facing challenges. These emotions not only hinder our decision-making, but also prevent us from cultivating virtues such as self-control, compassion, and patience. In Stoic philosophy, emotions are viewed as impressions resulting from our judgments of the external world. Stoics believe that we have control over our judgments and consequently our emotions. Through the practice of mindfulness and self-awareness, we can examine our thoughts and judgments, challenging those that trigger negative emotions and fostering thoughts that align with reason and virtue. One of the central concepts in Stoic philosophy is apatheia, often misunderstood as complete emotional detachment. However, it is not about suppressing or denying emotions, but rather about developing emotional resilience and maintaining inner peace in the face of adversity. While Stoics acknowledge that negative emotions are natural and inevitable, they encourage us to approach them with reason and moderation. So how can we break the habit of succumbing to negative emotions and enhance our Stoic practice? Here are a few strategies. Firstly, cultivate mindfulness. Mindfulness practices help us become more aware of our emotions as they arise. By practicing mindfulness, we can observe our thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. This awareness gives us the opportunity to pause and choose a more intentional response, rather than reacting impulsively. Strategy number 2. Challenge your judgments. When negative emotions arise, examine the underlying judgments that trigger them. Are your judgments based on a rational assessment of the situation, or are they influenced by biases or unfounded beliefs? Questioning and reframing these judgments can help shift your perspective and reduce the intensity of negative emotions. Strategy number 3. Practice regular self-reflection. Take time to reflect on your thoughts, actions, and their consequences. Recognize recurring patterns and consider alternative responses you could have made. Through self-reflection, you can identify areas for improvement and develop practical strategies for managing your emotions. Strategy number 4. Choose virtue over retaliation. When feelings of anger or resentment arise, remind yourself of the Stoic principle of choosing virtue over revenge or harboring ill will. Consider the long-term consequences of acting on negative emotions and strive to respond with forgiveness, compassion, and kindness. Strategy number 5. Embrace equanimity. Stoic philosophy encourages us to accept what we cannot change and focus on what we can. Cultivate an attitude of equanimity, recognizing that external events and people cannot disturb your inner peace. By letting go of the desire to control everything, you can find tranquility and reduce the impact of negative emotions. By consistently applying these strategies, we can enhance our Stoic practice and reduce our tendency to succumb to negative emotions. It's important to remember that this process requires patience and effort. Even if we stumble along the way, every setback presents an opportunity for growth and learning. Embrace the Stoic values of self-awareness and perseverance as you work towards a more virtuous and fulfilling life. In conclusion, when we allow negative emotions to dictate our actions, we undermine the practice of Stoicism. Instead, we should cultivate mindfulness, question our judgments, engage in self-reflection, choose virtue over retaliation, and embrace equanimity. By doing so, we can gradually reduce the influence of negative emotions in our lives, align ourselves with Stoic principles, and live a more virtuous and fulfilling existence grounded in reason, resilience, and inner peace. Habit number 7. Dwelling on past mistakes. Dwelling on past mistakes is a habit that can hinder your practice of Stoic philosophy. Stoic philosophy encourages us to let go of our past errors and focus on the present moment, accepting what has happened and learning from it. However, many of us often find ourselves trapped in a cycle of regret, guilt, and self-blame, preventing us from moving forward and growing as individuals. Replaying past mistakes repeatedly in our minds fuels negative emotions and a sense of stagnation. This tendency not only hinders our ability to find peace and contentment, but also prevents us from making positive changes and truly appreciating the present. One of the core principles of Stoic philosophy is recognizing that we cannot change the past. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "It is not the things themselves that disturb and distress us, but rather our judgments about them." This quote emphasizes the power our thoughts and beliefs have in shaping our perception of the external world. By dwelling on past mistakes, we indulge in the negative thoughts and emotions that consume us and cause unnecessary suffering. Stoic philosophy urges us to accept the actions and outcomes of the past, take responsibility for them, and focus on what we can do in the present to improve our situation and ourselves. To break this habit, it's essential to practice self-forgiveness and compassion. Mistakes are a part of being human, and they are an integral part of the learning and growth process. Instead of berating ourselves for past errors, we should work towards self-acceptance and understanding. It can be helpful to reframe mistakes as learning opportunities rather than failures. By viewing them as valuable lessons that contribute to our personal development, we can see them as stepping stones to growth and progress. Every mistake presents an opportunity for improvement and advancement. Adopting this perspective enables us to let go of the past and focus on the present. Another effective strategy for overcoming the habit of dwelling on past mistakes is practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness involves bringing our attention to the present moment without judgment. By doing so, we can break free from the cycle of regret and fully engage with the present. Moreover, cultivating an attitude of gratitude can be highly beneficial in shifting our focus away from past mistakes. By developing a practice of gratitude for the present and the lessons learned from the past, we can transform our perspective and foster a sense of contentment. Ultimately, breaking the habit of dwelling on past mistakes requires conscious effort and a commitment to applying the principles of Stoic philosophy. It involves practicing self-forgiveness, reframing mistakes as learning opportunities, cultivating mindfulness, and embracing gratitude. It's crucial to recognize that we have a choice in how we respond to our past. By embracing self-compassion, practicing mindfulness, and cultivating an attitude of gratitude, we can break free from this habit and develop a more stoic mindset. Dwelling on regrets will only hinder us from living a virtuous and fulfilling life. We have the power to grow as individuals, learn from our mistakes, and focus our energy on pursuing virtue and living in the present moment. Strive to break free from the chains of past regrets and embrace the principles of Stoic philosophy to live a more purposeful and virtuous life. Habit number 8. Ignoring the well-being of others. In Stoic philosophy, the concept of cosmopolitanism emphasizes the idea that we are all members of the global human community and should be concerned with the well-being of others. Ignoring the needs and suffering of others can erode our moral virtues and empathy, hindering the development of ethical qualities. Stoic philosophy encourages us to cultivate virtues such as wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, as well as to live in harmony with nature. The virtue of benevolence, or kindness towards others, is one of the core qualities emphasized by Stoic philosophy. When we disregard the well-being of others, we violate this principle and risk becoming disconnected from our fellow human beings. When we fail to consider the well-being of others, we lose empathy for their struggles, needs, and suffering. This indifference can manifest in various ways, such as lack of compassion for the less fortunate or neglecting to offer support and assistance to those in need. By doing so, we miss opportunities to practice empathy and compassion, which are essential for the development of moral character. Stoic philosophy teaches us to recognize the interconnectedness of all individuals and to treat each person with respect, consideration, and empathy. By cultivating empathy, we can take actions that contribute to the well-being of others. When we neglect the well-being of others, we also miss out on the benefits of performing acts of kindness and generosity. Research shows that acts of kindness not only benefit the recipient, but also have a positive impact on the well-being of the giver. When we actively seek to promote the well-being of others, we experience a sense of fulfillment, purpose, and connection. Furthermore, ignoring the well-being of others perpetuates a self-centered perspective that hinders our own growth. Stoic philosophy teaches us that true happiness and contentment come from living a virtuous life and acting in accordance with reason and morality. When we disregard the well-being of others, we lose sight of this fundamental truth and become trapped in our own selfishness and self-interest. To break free from this habit and strengthen our practice of Stoic philosophy, we must cultivate empathy and compassion for others. This can be achieved by embracing the virtue of benevolence and actively seeking to understand the perspectives and experiences of others through acts of kindness. By doing so, we not only align ourselves with the principles of Stoic philosophy, but also contribute to creating a more compassionate and harmonious world. By promoting the well-being of others and fostering a sense of community, we become agents of positive change. In conclusion, ignoring the well-being of others is a habit that undermines our practice of Stoic philosophy. By recognizing the importance of empathy and benevolence, we can actively work to overcome this habit and cultivate a greater concern for the well-being of all humanity. In doing so, we not only strengthen our own character, but also contribute to the creation of a more ethical and compassionate society. Throughout these 8 habits that make you weak, we have delved deeply into the wisdom of Stoic philosophy and how its principles can empower us to overcome these habits. By applying Stoic thinking, all of these habits can be transformed. Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control, cultivate virtues, and face life's challenges with courage and resilience. It encourages us to find contentment in the present moment and let go of the need for external validation and material possessions. It empowers us to step out of our comfort zone and learn from the past without being shackled by regret. As you embark on the journey of transforming weakness into strength, remember that change takes time and effort. Be patient with yourself and practice Stoic principles consistently in your daily life. With dedication and perseverance, you can break free from these habits and live a purposeful, resilient, and tranquil life. Embrace the teachings of Stoic philosophy. Seek validation from within. Replace complaints with gratitude. Prioritize virtue over material wealth. Face challenges with courage and let go of the past. By doing so, you will embark on a transformational journey that leads you to a life of strength, wisdom, and lasting happiness. The journey is yours, and the destination is within reach. Seize the present moment and transform your life with Stoic philosophy. Thank you for reading this passage. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this passage helpful, please like and share it with others who may benefit from it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We hope you will continue to follow us and learn and grow together.